Hey podcast, just before we get you to this episode, I wanted to invite you to join us at pageantlaunch.com. We are starting the world's first dedicated pageant review site, and we want you to join our launch team. All you need to do is put in your email address. It's completely free. We are looking to make the pageant industry safe, transparent, and fair, and we'd love your input on how to do that. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, whack in your email address, and let's get you to this episode. Hey guys, welcome to PPJ episode 33. Hope you're all doing well. I've been told already that the weather apparently is miserable, but before we get to the weather, we've got Joanna Johnson, familiar face, subbing in for Lauren Parkinson. Danielle Latimer is not asleep. She's driving. She's off the way. She's not sleeping. And our special guest for today is none other than Sophie Wallace. Why do I struggle so much? I now have a phobia about telling everyone what system Sophie is competing in, because I got it wrong on Instagram. Joanna probably doesn't know this. I was going to put it international, but sometimes spell check corrects things that don't need to be corrected, and put it in as Miss Intercontinental. Oh. And then I just rewatched my interview with Emma Jenkins, who's Miss Universe GB. Sophie asked the question, and I told Emma that Sophie was competing in Miss Pageant Girl. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm watching it back.
I remember
Sophie,
watching it, and I was
sorry.
like, do you know what? And nothing. You know, I would love to be so popular as to compete in all these systems, but no, Miss International.
You don't need to make excuses for
just
mine.
compete in them both. It's one weekend. Do them both.
Okay, so Sophie, why don't you catch us up? We always start with going around the room. So why don't you catch us up with what's been going on since we had you on the interview, which was, about a month ago? I don't even remember now.
Yeah, around that. So I think just as we were chatting, Corona was sort of like at the height of everything. And so in the newsroom, for anybody who doesn't know, I am a news anchor. So it's my job to find the news and then present the news. And I do that on telly in Scotland, which is really cool. So since then, you know, Corona was sort of like really severe in Scotland and across the rest of the UK. And so the news was just absolutely like coronavirus mental. And since I was chatting, I was like, do you know what, I need a holiday. I was like, so I booked myself in for 2 weeks off. And, you know, I thought it was time just to take a break, to focus on me, to focus on pageant prep, because we're just over a month until Miss International, and I really felt like it would be good for me just to sit and have some time and not have to worry about the news. So it's been a combination of working, combination of pageant prep, a combination of all of the restrictions starting to ease up here in Scotland, because they're easing at a slightly different pace towards the rest of the UK. So it's just been sort of kind of finding my feet and finding my bearings and getting used to everything that's going on in the world. Yeah.
Sophie, Danielle,
Oh, she's in the car.
Hi guys.
Danielle, do you want to join when you're not driving?
I mean, I'm like 2 minutes away from home. I can multitask.
Oh, I can't hear her.
I can't hear her.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, you join us back when you're in the house. Anyway, they can't hear you. I can hear you, and the audience can hear you, but these two can't hear you. Join us back when you're in the house, Danielle.
I'll literally
wherever she is, it looks really bright.
I really hope that works anyway, because sometimes with this software we've had absolute disasters. So Sophie, how's pageant prep going?
Going well. So I picked up my evening gown the other day, which was fun, and then I've got my swimwear sorted. The only thing actually that I found a bit of a stickler is my interview wear. I had something sort of in my mind as to what I wanted, was very settled on it, and the more I sort of looked at it, I looked at the rest of the things that I was wearing, and I wanted to sort of come at it, you know, quite cohesively, and I wanted to sort of, you know, whether it was the same colour or a similar style. The dress that I was looking at for my interview wear was a beautiful dress, but it wasn't really me. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to spend lots of money on something that's not me. I'd much rather present myself to the judges in something that is very authentic. And so I have ordered something else, which is great. I'm going to actually have to show Joanna so we can chat about hair, because she's doing my hair for Miss International. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I can't wait for it to arrive. And then, you know, from then on, that's the sort of kind of physical aspect of it all sorted.
Yeah.
And I've been very, very lucky. You know, I've had some great coaches. I've been being coached by some fantastic people. So I've been very, very lucky to sort of really work on me and work on my platform and just sort of really get a real steady, full front, you know, streamlined approach to this. And I'm feeling really strong, and I'm feeling really, really good about it. Really excited. Can't wait to meet the girls. So yeah.
I think most people are dying just to get out of the house, because the way it works, International I guess technically it'd be the second, because it's after Pageant Girl, right?
Yes.
But it'll sort of be this whole family's first chance to get out the house and come back together. So I think if it's postponed again, you're going to hear screaming all over the UK.
Not just from me.
Everyone.
I really hope, you know, that it would be selfish for me to say, of course, I hope it's not postponed. At the end of the day, we need to look at what's going on in the world, and we need to take a priority. And we might love pageants, but coronavirus might have to take the priority in that. But what I would say is that we have really been kept in the loop with whatever Holly's deciding. Any single time there's been an update, she's been the first to let us know. So, you know, we've never been left hanging in the balance. The Miss International, the international final, have been postponed until 2021. And so whoever wins this August, hopefully August, but whoever wins will then have their title for a year, which is great. It's fantastic. It gives us so much preparation time. Whoever wins has got big boots to fill. And so it's going to be really handy.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I think it's also really good having that long as well, because for internationals, you need so many outfits, you need your national costume, and normally there's only, 4 months in between?
Something
and for
like
some
that.
people, that's not that long. I mean, for most people, that's not that long. So to get all your outfits that you need for like a 3-week international in 4 months can be a lot. So now you've got, the winner will have like a year, which is great.
I think it's for national costume. For national costume, it will be a huge one. I mean, the girls that I've spoken to who have competed internationally, not just at Miss International, but at other competitions, have said that, especially in the UK, finding someone to make you a national costume is really tricky. And I've got, you know, if I were to win, I know there is something that I would love to do. And it would take a lot of preparation. And so, you know, I would be really appreciative, as I'm sure any girl who wins, I would be so appreciative to have that time to really focus on finding something that was incredible and really kind of bringing my vision to life.
That sounds really exciting. Let me just see what Danielle's doing. And can you guys tell me if you can hear? Danielle, the other two say they can't hear you. Can you hear Danielle now? You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear
Should I flip myself around?
Can the audience hear her though?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. The audience can always hear everyone. It's just you guys who can't hear each other, and I just didn't want to repeat of the
To
first
be honest,
time.
when you had that live that time where you had to keep pushing everyone out and bring them back in, I couldn't hear a few people on that. I was like, oh my, wow, this one's crazy.
Okay, well, guys at home, if you can hear me, that's the main thing. Doesn't matter about everyone else.
Doesn't matter about us.
If anyone looks like they're mouthing silently, let me know, and I will try to do my best. But that's Sophie. And Sophie, I wanted to ask this because I've never been able to see one of your news, what do you call them?
Broadcasts?
One of your shows. Yeah, I'm losing it. How do you introduce the show? What are the first words that you say? What's the intro phrase?
This is the STV News Good Evening. Or this is the STV News Good Morning, or Good Morning, I'm Sophie Wallace with the Good Morning Britain headlines in Scotland. There's a couple of different ones.
Oh, I'd mess it up. I'd be like, good afternoon in the morning or something.
Oh, so I'm so grateful for all Sophie. The amount of times that I've just made an absolute... I know in my head that if it wasn't in front of me, I'd just say something ridiculous.
Have you had any other cake tear moments, or you all...
Oh,
I'm not. Oh my goodness, it was... This one, I still get like little Twitter notifications going off being like, oh, so-and-so has liked your post, and I go back and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is from months ago. But touch wood, nothing as of yet. I was on screen for 3 weeks solid, just gone. So yeah, I was fine then, but oh my goodness, that was just the most ridiculous. Oh, I can't believe you brought it up on the podcast.
I hope you don't mess. I'm not going to jinx you, but I hope you don't mess up your introduction at international, because I would feel horrible for you. But I'd also.
You know what? That's the worst. I always panic so much introducing myself on stage. I feel like I'm going to say my name wrong, or forget my name, or forget where I'm representing, and I'm like, how do you forget that?
You've got this up before. Because you've competed in different systems and you have to say different things in even different locations.
Yeah, so well, luckily, when I've been a finalist, I've always represented Blackpool, so it's not been too bad. But I do always panic thinking I'm going to say, like when I first did Galaxy, I was like, oh my God, don't say international, don't say international, don't say international.
Okay, let's run Jo through her paces. So Jo, run us through the introductions that you had to do for as many of the pageants that you can actually remember that you've competed in. Do them chronologically.
A lot of them I didn't have to. Only really Holly's ones you had to introduce yourself. So obviously first I did international, which was when I won World Supermodel. So I was Miss Blackpool International 2000. Oh, you don't have a year on the finalist actually, do you? Yeah. So I was Miss Blackpool International, and then the year I did Galaxy, I was Miss Blackpool Galaxy, and then the second time I did Galaxy was Miss Blackpool Galaxy again, and then obviously I had to go to America and do North England. So then on the stage there, I thought I was going to say Miss Blackpool Galaxy. I was like, oh no.
And then you were Miss Galaxy.
I didn't have to really say it on stage. Oh, actually, yes.
Galaxy International.
I had to say Miss Galaxy International, but luckily I didn't really struggle with that one. I think I was okay there. I wasn't too worried about that.
Okay, and you're currently
I finally said it. I think you just
Miss
say
Universe
just say your name. I think
you say your name and your town. So
okay. So back
sometimes
to
they say your age. I don't know how they're doing it this year.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Name, age, and town.
Okay. Yeah,
so
that's
random.
Fine.
I don't know if they're doing age anymore.
I don't like the age.
Since there's like 18
I'm
like at the end scale.
It's unimportant, especially these days. Like a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old can look like an 18-year-old. An 18-year-old can look like a 50-year-old. Honestly, who cares?
I mean, like when they say their age and they're like on the higher end, and you go, "Oh my God, they look so good!" And then
that's what everyone will say about me.
You're like, that's what we're going to be saying.
How a fresh face I am.
and then you get like a 19-year-old that comes out looking like a 26-year-old, and you're like, "Oh, they're a teenager."
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was one time we had Chloe Lake on, who I think Chloe is born in 1997, and we were talking about like music or something. I don't know, it was Backstreet Boys or something, and we were making fun of her because she didn't know what we were talking about, and then she goes, "I was only born in 1997," and then suddenly everyone else felt so old.
That's me, 97 as well. Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Look at these other two rolling their eyes. They immediately start hating you because of just when you were born. It's like, I want to be born in 1997. Hannah has said that she will cry if it's cancelled because she wants to see her pageant friends, but most important is safety. Just before I circle around to Jo to catch us up, Sophie, what is the latest with Corona just in general or in Scotland? I know it's probably not good news. We've been hearing about second spikes and everything here in Australia. So what's the current situation in the UK?
So we're very much kind of watching what's going on in the rest of the world just now. We're quite lucky, touch wood. This is the second day in a row that we've had no coronavirus deaths in Scotland. And there have been like sort of little blocks of that. So there'll be like a few days where we have no coronavirus deaths, and then, we'll have 5 deaths, 6 deaths. Like there'll be consecutive days that we'll have deaths, and then it'll happen again. We'll have no deaths for like a couple of days. So just now we've moved into the second phase. The First Minister's deemed that it's okay and it's safe enough for us to move into the second phase, which basically means that all of our non-essential shops have reopened unless they're inside a shopping centre. So anything that has a front door and a back door can open. Kind of parks and things are allowed to reopen. In terms of seeing people, if you live alone and say, for example, your partner lives alone in another house, or you are a family with kids under 18, then you can create what's called like a bubble with another family, and then you don't have to socially distance with that bubble. You can sleep overnight at that person's house. You can spend as much time as you want with them. That's sort of exempt from the rules. We still can't do a lot of things, so the kids aren't at school. They're due to actually break off for summer anyway, but they're still all getting homeschooled until at least August. Like I say, there's some shops that still aren't allowed to open. Face masks are now mandatory on all public transport. So there's lots of different bits and bobs. It's quite bitty, but like I say, it's different to the rest of the UK. And I think at first we were all sort of charging at it as a bit of a four nations approach. That's what they were coining it as. And now, Wales is doing it a bit differently. England's doing it a bit differently. We're doing it a bit differently. And I think Northern Ireland they're kind of going at their own pace as well. And so it can be quite exhausting, actually, kind of keeping up to date with
I was going to say
where everyone is and how we're all doing. And sometimes, you get mixed up as to what the regulations are in England and what the regulations are in Scotland. And so it can be confusing, which is why I'm glad that I've got 2 weeks off, so I can sort of just coronavirus.
You say that, but in 2 weeks you might feel like you've been out of the loop for too long.
Oh, do you know what? I actually find myself watching our 6 o'clock. So we've got like our main program goes out at 6 o'clock every night, and it got to 6 o'clock tonight, and I was like, oh, just shove on the news, and I was like, no, I need to stop this, honestly.
It sounds like Scotland's got it pretty under control then. I'm going to guess it sounds a bit stricter than what the guys have been telling me about England, though, especially with the public transport. Caitlin Nash here has said she feels old being born in 1990. Now, thanks. Well, Caitlin, there's 2 of us who predate you, so now you've made us feel even older. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Danielle's rolling her eyes. Joe, catch us up with what's happening, including the Miss Universe GB. If there's any word on that, I don't know. I can't keep up with everything. Everything is postponed or cancelled or postponed to next year with the international, but it's still going ahead with UK. And I can't remember anymore. So, Joe, catch us up.
So, since I was last on here, which was a while ago, a lot's happened since then, but I don't even know.
That was cuddle, Joe.
I've not really been doing much. I've been trying to still concentrate on a lot of my
TikTok.
We
were talking about that before, Danielle, before we went live. Joe's impersonation of a certain person in GTA.
Yeah.
Has that TikTok of yours hit 1 million yet? Because I saw it last time I checked. It was on 997,000. It's hit 1 million now?
Yeah, that one's hit 1 million now.
Amazing. So how does it feel being better than all of us and being famous?
Do you know what, though? It's really annoying because it's not got that many likes to say it's had 1 million views. So it's really frustrating. I think it's on like 50k likes or 60k likes, which is still a lot. It's still a lot of likes, but to say it's had 1 million views and only that many likes, it's rather annoying. But
are you complaining about getting 1 million views?
I know, to be fair, I was like, oh my God, 1 million people have seen my face.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
what else has been going on?
I've been trying to prep still as much as I can for Miss Universe GB. Obviously, not knowing a date, it's hard. I've kind of fell off the bandwagon with my sort of health kick a little bit this past week. I've still been okay, but just not like I was. I thought I just need a little bit of a break and then I'll get back on it. But other stuff like the fundraising and just prepping me with Chloe with interview and stuff like that. I've just been trying to do that still, just so that if Paula then goes, right, it's in 3 weeks, you need to be ready. I'm going to be ready. So I've just been trying to do as much as I can. My dress is ready, but I need to get it sent to me. What else have I been doing? Fundraising. I'm trying to sell numbers on a raffle at the minute to raise more money for A Sisterhood, which obviously supports loads of different causes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So if you're watching now, go over to Joanna's page, ask for a number.
Yeah. Go to my Facebook page. You'll see the raffle. There's loads of tickets left. You win. It's a £250 cash prize. So I would really, really, really appreciate if everyone can get on there and sell out all my numbers. I've said I wanted to try and sell out the numbers before my birthday, which is a week on Wednesday. But we will not talk about that. So please, everyone, go and get.
Why will we not talk about it?
Because it's sad. I don't want to be 27.
Oh god.
27 is such a non-age. It's not like it's a 30 or it's a 28 aging out of pageants. It's nothing.
Well, that's what I mean. 27. It's just such a boring, weird age. Like it sounds.
Oh, they don't skip 27 and then just be 28.
26.
Just hop straight to 28.
Nah.
Oh, if you're going there, you might as well just do 30.
Might as well.
Okay.
I feel quite weird when it's like odd numbers. So I turned 23 this year, and I'm like, I quite like being an even number. I quite like being 22.
I don't think I liked doing 23 either, actually. I just don't like getting older now.
You can't sing that Taylor Swift song anymore as well.
So annoying.
It's because I know I'm 23.
Yeah.
No, you have to sing Nobody Likes You When You're 23.
That's a song?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Blink-182.
Nobody likes you when you're 23. What a horrible song. there you go, Sophie.
I've heard that song before.
I think if you're 23, you probably don't want to hear it, but I'm going to share the screen for a sec.
It's What's My Age Again. That's the name of the song, What's My Age Again.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Hardcore Blink fan over here.
I can see two of you. This is, what am I doing? This is Joanna's Facebook page. The number's still available.
150 numbers, and there's still quite a few left, I think. And yeah, it's £250 cash prize, which is amazing. I appreciate everyone that's already donated to me so much so far. There's only so much people can give, and I know obviously in lockdown it's hard for people to like donate so much and stuff. So I do appreciate everyone that is supporting me and stuff. But yeah,
I mean, it wasn't so long ago. People were just sending stuff to each other on Amazon. So you know,
exactly. Yeah.
Isn't that still happening?
Money,
I mean,
probably,
it is, but I've not really been on there as
much.
Off
a bit.
I tried to stop entering all the competitions. I was getting a bit carried away with all the competitions.
Okay, so also Joe's fundraiser goes to a sisterhood. Do you just want to quickly run people through what a sisterhood is in case they don't know?
Yeah, so it's a non-profit organisation that supports different charities internationally. So there's the Black Mambas, which is a all-female anti-poaching group, if I remember rightly, out in South Africa. There's Women's Aid. There's Sheroes. That's Sheroes Hangout in India. Stop Acid Attacks, which is what made me push to do the raffle even more, because a few weeks ago Emma Jenkins hosted the fundraiser to.
How much did you raise? It was like,
I think it was like over £20,000.
It was £25,000.
Yeah,
there was some incredibly generous person who was going to donate, who did donate. I think it was £25 for every person who jumped on the Zoom call.
Every person that joined on, and I think at one point there was like 900 people on there.
Yeah.
Or people from all over jumped onto it. A load of the survivors from Stop Acid Attacks were on there, and they spoke a tiny little about their journeys and stuff like that. And just hearing it from them and from people that worked at Sheroes just made me feel like I wanted to do even more and raise even more to be able to help them further. And obviously A Sister doesn't just go to those, it goes to the other ones as well. But that fundraiser literally like lit a fire in my belly, and I thought I need to get them as much as possible, because literally it was amazing hearing their side.
Yeah.
It was.
Good on you. So if people want to get a number, Joe, message you?
Mm-hmm. Message me, comment on the post, and it's just literally a PayPal payment. And I keep all my charity money in a set. I made a special PayPal account to keep it all together, so I've got all that, so I can keep track of like what I've raised. But I'm hoping to at least double what I've got in there at the minute before the finals are, which I don't even know when they're going to be, because we've not heard. Oh, is Danielle gone? We've not heard anything yet. Guys. So there's been rumours. I don't know if you've seen on Instagram and stuff like that, and all the pageant fan pages rumouring that Universe has been cancelled till the first trimester of 20. That's just a rumour. So
that's not being confirmed yet. Okay.
Yeah, they've not been in contact with any of the directors. Paula told us the other day that as soon as she knows more, we will know more. So just don't believe what you're reading on Instagram and stuff like that, because they've literally not been told that that's
it's so
the case.
hard. It's so hard to try and like not look at, because I remember there was rumours about Miss International being cancelled before it was even scheduled, and then that was all, you know, we've got like a wee group chat, and then everybody was just freaking out, and then we were all freaking out, you know, what's going to happen to the UK final, you know, are we going to be postponed again? And so it's hard. I know where you're coming from.
It is so hard when they start all the rumours and you're starting to think, oh God, and then I was at one point thinking, well, because I'm getting to the age of nearly aging out, I've only got this year and next year to do it, and what if this year gets cancelled, then I'll only have next year. And I was thinking, oh my no, like, oh, what am I going to do? But no, it's just a rumour, and until it comes from Paula's mouth or Miss Universe organisation's mouth, I'm not getting too carried away with anything that the pageant fan sites say.
Yeah, don't. They can be very damaging sometimes for many reasons, as much as I may love them. Sometimes. I'm just going to put a link in here. This should be the link to, if you want to donate to Joe's fundraiser. That it's a bit difficult sometimes to share Facebook links, but if you want to click on that, if you haven't donated already, let's catch up with the comments, because your sister is telling you to stop moaning about being 20.
Listen, she's 15 months older than me. She's hardly a few years older than me.
So you were going to say she's 15 years older than you. I'm like, that's a bit of a gap.
She's 15 months, so she was only 27 a few. She was 28 in March. 28 in March? Yeah, 28 in March.
She's still older than you. She has the right to moan, I guess.
Yeah, she's still... No, everyone thinks she's the younger one.
Why?
Everyone always thinks she's the younger one. I don't know if it's because she's a lot smaller than me. She's got a baby face.
I have actually no idea what you look like, so I figured that you would look like Joe. Hannah has said it's a great song.
Some people say we look the same, some people don't. I don't see it, but...
But people default, whenever you tell people that you're related, everyone says, oh, you look so similar, and you're like, no, I don't. I haven't told you that you're related. You wouldn't have known. So Hannah has said it's a great song, so she knows that Blink-182 song.
It's a great song.
It's just me that doesn't then.
Damn straight. Amy has said that she's still... Well, Amy, it's probably something you're going to have to deal with the rest of your life.
She has to deal with that.
Joe. And baby
She'll always
face.
look younger, though.
I just want to see, because we talked about the TikTok. I don't know if on a desktop we can see this. This is Joe's TikTok that has got 1 million views. So here we go.
It's not even that good. I don't know why it's got that many.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
It's not even that good.
Oh my God, what is that?
How keen is Wes to be in your TikToks? Do you have to kick him, drag him?
He loves TikTok. You should see his page. Like, he's had a few now that have like taken off, and he's like posting. He's like, "What can I do now? What ideas? Can you look for some ideas for me? I need to do this." And he's like literally on it all the time.
I swear, he's on my For You page all the dang time.
Always on the For You page, honestly. So. But when it comes to doing mine, because I'm so like, nope, do it again. Nope, do it again. He's like, oh.
And they talk about Insta husbands. Sounds like you've become the TikTok wife.
No, he would never be an Instagram boyfriend. He would probably like chuck me off the edge of a cliff before he did all that. He hates it. It's like one picture and that's it. Bye.
Yeah, mine's is exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's so hard because you're like, please, I just need something.
Like, please, that was a bit nice. Take another one. He's like, nope. Oh, please.
I feel stupid now because every time I take photos now, I'm like, bending down on the floor.
I say to him like angles, and he's like, no.
Yeah, like I'll get camera, take it again, get my good side. I'm like, okay, that's cool because I know that if you don't take the right one, you're certainly not going to post it. So I still have billions of photos on my camera from other people. I don't have any photos of myself or photos of other people, but I just figured that's what you're supposed to do.
That's like my phone. I go through, I'm like, why have I got like 50 pictures? Like, Joanna, I've probably got like 1,000 pictures of you. Like,
from America.
Because like from America, Galaxy Portugal, like, I'm like, okay, turn a little bit, get the light here. I'm the one on the floor, getting the angle, crouching down in a gown and heels.
Literally.
It's important. It's
You
important.
need it.
Yeah,
though,
you need
if someone
this
just takes
shot.
one picture and it's horrendous, you're
Yeah.
like, oh. I actually did it on holiday once with Wes. Me and Wes were on holiday, and I was like, it was just us. There was no one to take a picture, and I was thinking, oh, how can we do it? So I was balancing it on the side. And then this other young couple walked past, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask them. So I was like, oh, you take a picture of us? And they literally took one. And I looked at it.
No.
And
You're a
it
bad
was
person if you take one
Oh,
photo. You're
don't
a
do that.
terrible person.
Don't do that.
At
It
least 3.
awful.
Come on.
Awful. So then we walked up later on. I was just like walking up going to bed nearly, like through past the pool and stuff. And I thought, oh, I need another picture. Like this one is not good. So I balanced it on the side and was taking more ourselves. And he was like, seriously? And then I turned around and the couple that took the picture was sat behind us watching. I was like, oh my God.
Stop. That's amazing.
They
just took
they
a bad
knew they did a
picture.
bad job. They did a bad job.
I was like, oh my God, just walk past quick, walk past them. Wes is like, oh my God, I can't even cope with you. He's like, it's fine. The first one's fine. I'm like, nope, it's not.
How picky are you? Like, in all honesty.
I'm really, really picky.
Okay.
Really picky. Like, I
There's
can't
a
even explain how, but I am.
So.
Like, I know I've taken a good shot if Joanna looks at it and goes, yay, thank you. And she's like, there, like, and you're like, you know you've taken a good picture.
If anyone,
I
the best
just
feeling
assume
me,
photos are rubbish.
Anxiety if it's on someone else's phone, because I'm like, oh my God, they're going to post that without me having a look at it.
No.
And I can't even see what it looks like, and they're going to tag me in it. I'm going to look like I'm going to look like someone's shoe.
I'm always like, if there's any like dodgy eye pictures, I'm like, oh, I'll just delete them because I know they'll be like,
them.
I delete
No
in
one's
front
ever
of them
going
and
to
be
see
like,
them.
oh, that's a bad one. Let's get rid of the dodgy eye picture.
The dodgy eyes
Like,
are
always
easy to
middling.
see. Yeah, those ones are.
Honestly.
That's why I take the live photo, which is like a little movie clip, because that way, even if it blink, because it can be everything. The picture is perfect except the blink. So then you can scroll to a frame where they're not
And
blinking.
pick the frame.
And you go sorted, and that has saved me so much time. But every time I take photos of girls, it's like I just assume it's not going to be good enough. So I give them I take 3. I give it to them, and I assume I'm going to have to do it again. So I'm like getting ready to bend down and stuff because they're always all the time, and I'm in a tux, and it's like, yeah, I'll take the photo for you. Lauren here has said, "Hey guys, Lauren, hope you are feeling better soon."
Hey, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
I will say that we miss you, but we found a suitable substitute for you for tonight. And Joe was getting the boot, and that we haven't had her recently. So
I think it's been more than 3 strikes now, Lauren.
Yeah, I think I've been there a few times now, and this makes me the most
Reliable.
it does.
No,
out
the
of
most
Chloe and
beat off.
Olivia, yeah,
This
yeah,
makes
it's
me win. Ha ha.
So Sophie, these, between Chloe Lake, Olivia McPike, and Joanna, I put up an Instagram thing about who's been on the most, and it turned out all 3 of them had been on 3 times. So now Joanna's on 4, and Joanna is one of the most competitive people that I know.
I was going to say, she's definitely not competitive, is she?
Before I need to circle around to Danielle to catch us up, but before we do that, I need to show again, since I've got TikTok open, I want to show my favorite one of Joanna's, because this one still makes me laugh. It's on your TikTok page, so you can't tell me that you're embarrassed for people.
Some of them are just bad that I don't share.
I like this one.
My favorite. Oh.
Oh yeah. I like.
Hang on. I'm going to start it again.
Who am I? Who am I?
It's so convincing. You're so good at it. Oh my goodness.
That's me singing.
Obviously,
That's my
question
voice.
That Joe is. I don't think anyone's believing you about that.
I mean,
I sound better than that. Just gonna put that out there.
I mean, I love that one, Joe, but I have to say, Wes's one where you do actually make a cameo in. Is it?
Oh, which one? He's got me in about a couple, and it's always harassing.
It's that one, isn't it? When you're like blowing the hair.
Oh yeah, where he's singing, and I'm like, oh.
Of that one.
Yeah, so basically, his one is him doing it on his account.
On Wes's account.
On his account, yeah. And that one's my favourite. This one is my ultimate favourite.
I love that one. That's such a good one.
Oh.
To be fair, Joe, I actually would believe that was you making that sound. I totally would.
Thanks.
I might not believe
Probably
the Celine
have made
Dion
that sound
singing,
before.
but that sound, I would totally believe. Sophie, do you even have TikTok?
Right, so not yet.
Here we
And
go.
the reason I don't have it
get
yet,
it.
so this is it. So I know as soon as I get TikTok, that is my life over. Like that is it. Everything else gets thrown to the side. I am going to be spending my whole life on TikTok, and everyone's like, Sophie, out of everybody, like all of my friends are like, out of everyone that we know, we are most surprised that you don't have TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I'm one of those people that will, on Facebook, you got like the little Facebook watch thing. So I'll sit and I'll scroll.
Oh, you use that, do you? I can't use that. I find it so annoying.
So what I'll do is I'll find like a TikTok compilation. So it's like the best TikToks of the week, and I'll go, oh, let's watch that. And then I'll watch one compilation, and then I'll watch the next compilation, and then that's me like an hour
You're
later.
watching TikTok on Facebook.
On Facebook, basically.
You don't
You might
have to
have
actually
to
have
do
an account
TikTok
to
then.
watch videos on
Honestly.
TikTok. Because at first I didn't have an account. I was like, oh, I'm not. No, you can actually watch them without having an account. You just need to have the app, I think. Because I did that at first. I was like, I am never going to do a TikTok video. Like, I just wouldn't. That's not me. I'll get too embarrassed. And then
There you are, 1 million views later.
now look,
You're
What happened to being embarrassed?
lockdown's done. I've literally don't know who I've turned into.
I know as soon as I got it though, I'd start scrolling, and then I'd be like, oh, that dance, because I was a dancer. I'd be like, oh, that dance looks quite easy to do. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like let's, and then that would be me for hours.
The first one you do, you'll have to do I got a new life.
Yeah.
Do that one.
Seen that one.
It's your life now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just want to show all of Joanna's TikToks. I can't, on the desktop, I can't search for Wes. Otherwise, I wanted to bring up Wes's. I won't.
He's commented on one. You might be able to click on his on. I don't know. Someone commented on one of mine the other day saying something. He was a bit back at them, and I was like,
Ooh.
But I deleted the comment in the end because I thought no, because everyone else was liking it, and I was like, I am not having other people like it, so I'm just going to delete it. Ha.
Maybe this one that you've tagged him in it.
No, I've not tagged him in any.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally his account. So funny.
The funny thing not the funny thing, but the way Facebook works is because I played that clip with Joanna singing, it wasn't Celine Dion singing, but the Celine Dion song, it's now going to say that part of the video is muted because I played Celine. Like, there's going to be a copyright claim on this video.
Like,
whatever. Lauren has said, kick me whilst I'm down, eh? Well, Joanna...
We love you, Lauren. We're only joking. We love you, really.
I don't know if Jo actually is. She's that competitive, but I assume that she's joking. She's going to create her own... I don't have TikTok yet either, says Caitlin. Well, once you get it...
Even if you just get it to watch the videos, watch mine, so then I have more views.
I swear to God, I
so you
spend
get up to
more
like
time.
1 million likes as well.
Yeah.
I've watched more TikToks than I have Netflix, like over the last month. I haven't watched
You
much.
can literally be scrolling for so long.
Yeah.
3 hours. Yeah, it's like a movie. Like you look at it, like I went to bed at 10. I want to go to bed at 10 or 11. I'll just watch a TikTok, and then you put the phone down. It's like it's 2 a.m. So what have I been doing with my life?
Yeah. And I've been like in bed, belly laughing, like laughing out loud, like having to keep the noise down because I'm in fear of waking up my dad. But literally, I've cried tears. I've had tears on like the sad ones, when like people's animals pass away, and there I play all the little clips and make it all sad and stuff. So there's a real mixed bag on there. You've got the fun, upbeat stuff. I like what's the Irish family? And he goes, Alexa, play foodie. I love that family.
He's hilarious. I'm obsessed with him.
His elderly dad has got like a hoverboard, and there's so many times he's fallen off the hoverboard. And I keep doing the
called?
impression.
Is he called like Target Fleming or something like that?
Catch him, daddy. Catch him, daddy.
Alexa.
My father.
Oh, he's so
love
funny.
him.
I'm trying to log into TikTok over there to see if I can show more TikToks. Whilst I'm doing that, Daniel, do you want to catch up with how your week's been?
Yeah. Oh God, see, I'm boring myself thinking about it. Not a lot. Not a lot, to be honest. I've had a few calls with work, which is nice. Other than that, just looking forward to the nice weather that's coming up this week. I went to Brighton today. In fact, my cousin's just messaged me now being like, are you home? And I said to her, like, I can't guarantee, I'm not going to message you when I get home because I'll be jumping straight on the podcast. So she knows. She's only got to go on Facebook to see that I'm here live. Yes, Claire, I am home. I am alive. She doesn't go on Facebook that much. And she goes, oh, you do a podcast? I'm like, yeah, every Monday night, hun. like every Monday.
I can remember. Did you not know this?
Yeah. And even her other half, Dan, he knew about it. He was like, oh yeah, you do a podcast, don't you? I'm like, exactly.
Yeah, at least some people
yeah. Because they're not really like Facebook kind of people. But yeah, Brighton, I've sunburnt. I am definitely.
I was going to say you look
very
red.
Caught the sun, definitely.
Wow.
Be careful.
It's just this one side. My one thigh is burnt and one shoulder is burnt.
Oh my god! Is it nice there then? It's been horrible.
Oh, it's been glorious today.
What?
I had
It's
a
been
week
here on Thursday. It's meant to be really nice here on Thursday.
I think the angle I was sitting at, the sun was shining this way, and we were sitting in the park having like a bit of a picnic. Yeah, we just kind of had a nice little kind of like family catch up, and she's pregnant quite far along, so it was nice to see. It's probably the last time I'm going to see it before the baby arrives as well. So I was feeling the baby move and all that at arm's length. I was like, oh, coronavirus, the baby's moving. So that's exciting. What else have I been doing? I've tried to work out. That's been unsuccessful.
We literally both said this week, didn't we? Like last week, we're going to be good this week.
Yeah, I definitely just had a pizza as well just before I got here.
I just had some donut balls.
Yeah, so
donut balls. Oh god,
I had the
problem with doing these podcasts and interviews. It's late night for you guys, but it's early morning. Like it's 6:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we always end up talking about alcohol or deep fried food or chocolate or Parma violets. And I get off the podcast going, oh my God, I'm starving.
I almost bought a deep fried Snickers bar just because we were talking about it a while ago. And I saw it was on my Just Eats and I was just being naughty and got some chips. But I was very tempted to try that, but I didn't. I thought that might be pushing it too far.
That was on Just Eat?
Yeah.
A deep fried Snickers bar is on Just Eat?
Yeah, in East London.
We get deep fried Mars bars. That's like a big thing up in Scotland. Yeah.
They had Mars bars, Snickers and a Bounty.
But I thought maybe you would have to take your own in and then they do it.
Yes, you put that in the deep fat fryer.
That's what I thought.
Can you fry this for me?
Oh, I got some pick and mix. Will that work?
Battered, please.
Jesus, go in there.
It sounds like a Scottish thing. Bring in a boot. Can you deep fry this for me? Sophie, have you tried a deep fried Mars bar? I can't remember. I've not talked to anyone who's tried one, I think. You have.
I have. It's so stodgy. You can't eat anything else for the rest of the day.
I was going to say, I bet.
Yeah, honestly, it's like a gazillion calories. But it's so good. And then, so if you go, Edinburgh, the big Royal Mile, so it's like from, where the Queen stays when she comes to Edinburgh, all the way up to Edinburgh Castle, the Royal Mile is literally full of, chippy after chippy, and then it's like a tuna shop, and then it's some more chippies, and in every single chippy, they claim to have invented the Mars, the deep fried Mars bar.
The home of the first ever.
You're like, where did I go? But yeah, we had one during Fringe, the Festival Fringe a couple of years ago, and honestly, I was so full for the rest of the day. I think I managed to grab some chips on the way home, but oh my goodness, it was just, it's just I can't even describe it. It's
like a fritter. Chocolate fritter.
I love a fritter, but I just can't imagine having a Mars bar one. I feel like it would be very sickly.
You need to have it with like an ice cream or something like that, because it is see just on its own, and they just kind of plonked it on a bit of paper. They didn't give us any sauce or anything. So I was like, what am I going to do with this?
What sauce are you going to put with the deep fried Mars bar?
Mayo.
I was like, no. Some ketchup. That wet brown sauce. No.
I'm all for food, but I just don't think I can. I don't think I could do that.
But does the Mars bar melt? Like, this is the bit I don't understand.
So
It doesn't melt.
Oh, I thought it'd be all
gooey.
melty.
Yeah, it's a
Gooey.
bit sort of smooshy in the middle, but the actual, because it's being deep fried, like if you think about deep frying a fish, then the inside of the fish doesn't melt. So it's like gooey, but it's still very much intact. So you're biting into it, and you're still getting all the bits.
Yeah, I've had deep fried ice cream and that doesn't melt. That's like
That's
Yeah,
true.
kind of like that.
that's good.
That's true. I feel vaguely sick now. I feel it's something that I have to try, but I don't know why. Caitlin here has said battered cream egg.
Oh, that would be sickly.
No,
I can't
I'll
even
pass
eat a
on that.
cream egg on its own. Like,
I
I
think-
can't eat a whole
A
one.
lot.
you can't. They're only small.
No,
I could eat
they
a whole
are
5 box.
Aren't they only like
no.
they're like that big? Aren't
They're
they?
like this
The
big.
cream egg? Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of shit. Like, you know, when you eat something, your teeth,
Oh, I
you're like,
love it.
It
"Ooh."
hurts.
I
It
can feel the
hurts.
cavities growing within my teeth.
Oh no, I could
Your
literally
dentists
get
get on that
5
so you can make more
box.
money.
Something
Just
like
sell all your patients like cream eggs, and then they'll come in. For yeah, Danielle, did you finish with catching us up with your week? I can't even remember.
That's
I'm
about
so
it. And
hungry now.
I downloaded Animal Crossing, and I made Joanna and Lauren and Megan download it, and so we've just been playing Animal Crossing basically. I've gone
that.
like I'm like level 16 already, something ridiculous. So I've
I'm
literally
on
just spent
level
my life
2,
on there.
I
So I don't know how I've gone the whole of lockdown not knowing about Animal Crossing. I've gone
What is
from like,
Animal Crossing?
oh my god, I
can't
highly
even
encourage-
explain what
if
it
you're
is.
watching this, download it. It is amazing. You like shake trees and get the fruit, and then you make friends, and then you give them the fruit, and they give you cash
to build your
or-
campsite.
or they give you bits and pieces to work on your campsite and build stuff. It's great. You build furniture, you complete tasks. It's
Although I picked the wrong topic for mine, like when I first came on, I picked sporty, and I wish I didn't. I was gonna pick
I went
cute.
natural.
I was gonna pick cute, and I was like, it's a bit too Meggie G for me. That.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I said. Because like, right, Megan, like pick out these 4. She was like cute. I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing cute. Like, no, I was like natural for me.
Yeah,
It gives
I
you the
did
option of, like,
sporty, and I'm like,
sporty,
oh, why did I do
natural, cute, and cool. So it's like I either go for cool or I go for natural. And I was like, I feel like the natural
These
is
are
more my vibe.
Animals that we're talking about.
So like you get a campsite and it's like not fully furnished, but they like part furnish it for you.
A furnished
And you-
campsite.
Yeah. So like
It sounds so rubbish.
I'm saying, like, Sophie, if you have no idea what they're
It's
talking about,
actually
I
not
have no
furnished.
idea either.
I'm sort of
just
I'm
download
kinda
it.
pretending that I do, but
It will take it will take over your life, guaranteed.
I've
so I have
Googled
TikTok and I'll
Animal
have this.
I've Googled Animal Crossing, and without a word of a lie, the first Google suggestion that has come up, it says people also ask, what is the point of Animal Crossing? That's the first question that's come up. The fourth question is, why is Animal Crossing so expensive? And the question after that is, does
Expensive?
Animal Crossing get
It's free.
boring?
It's free on the app. I'm just gonna go grab my
I mean-
charger because my phone's telling me it's like
You can pay for like
low battery.
add-ons. You can pay for add-ons in the app, and do you know where they give you extra tickets for things and stuff like that? But other than that, it's free, and
See, I know I do know
I
what
think
it is.
the
I
DS
don't
game is
know how
expensive.
to
you don't
it.
play it. Well, I only downloaded it 2 days ago, so I'm only on like level 2, and I'm just trying to
get
get
it
the
on
hang
your
of it.
phone?
Yeah, on your phone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
It's
me for
free
the
on
rest
the
of my 2
app,
weeks off.
So,
Yeah.
but I think the new DS is out, and you have to like buy the game.
Oh
for it.
yeah,
That's
you
what
can
pay
play it on the
for,
DS.
But
Yeah.
guys, don't be paying for that. Just
Just get it on your phone.
get
For
on your
free.
phone.
We love
Yeah.
a freebie.
And there is no point to Animal Crossing other than pure enjoyment and entertainment. It's like Sims. What's the point of Sims?
Oh, I love Sims. All right, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll enjoy this.
Oh, I've
then,
lost-
'cause
I
do like
can't hear.
Sims.
Oh no.
Danielle, what's wrong?
We can hear you. I was going to say, we can hear you if that helps, but she can't hear us.
You muted us, Danielle.
I don't think so.
Oh, I can hear her.
Hold up.
We
One
we
second.
quite
One second.
frequently have technical difficulties on this podcast, Sophie.
It wouldn't
If you
be a
didn't know.
podcast without at least one.
Absolutely not. Definitely not.
Well, it is usually also Danielle that has the
Yeah.
technical difficulty.
Yeah.
in the middle of one podcast, I was saying, maybe
Hold on.
maybe next time your mobile data would be better. So she disconnected from her Wi-Fi and switched over to mobile data in the middle of it. So of course we lost her. I was like, she said, but you said to try mobile data. I said I didn't mean like to do it right
now.
Now.
Yeah, I didn't mean
Hear
right now.
Sophie?
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear Sophie.
Oh no.
I've lost you. I can hear Adrian and Joanna.
Oh, have I done something?
No, I can hear
Always
you.
the dang way.
Can you hear me?
We were going great.
I can hear you guys. I can hear all
Yeah.
of you guys.
I can hear everyone.
Let me try removing Danielle and adding her back because last time that worked. Hang on. All right, so welcome to our podcast. We occasionally talk about pageantry, not very often. All right, Danielle.
I know. Do you know what? I don't think I've watched a
Hello?
podcast for a while.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
I can't hear Sophie.
Oh no! Why don't you remove me and then bring me back in?
Okay.
Is
let's
Danielle
skip
got
that.
her earphones plugged in still? Oh,
No,
she's got
I
her phone
had
on
to
charge.
charge my phone.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
All right, Sophie, can you say something?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
We did it.
Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I interviewed Marissa Butler yesterday, and
Yeah, I saw
Was it-
that.
Still to watch it, but it looks fab. She's
I've watched
fab.
it. Yeah, she is amazing.
She's awesome, isn't she?
I want
Are
to.
they all
She's
talking about me?
Oh, that was cute. I've just watched that before that bit, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute."
I'm a bit of a fangirl of hers because I loved her when she competed in Miss USA. And I was like, oh, I really, really like her. And then I watched it at Miss World and I was like, and now I know that she's doing Miss Earth. And I'm like, whoa, this girl's good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
is
show you a clip from the interview because unlike Danielle, Marissa actually sung in her first interview. I don't know if you saw
Marissa
this.
can sing.
Can she? Oh, I love a good
The
singer.
girl had some serious pipes.
There you go. Can you do an Irish accent at all?
No. I'm so bad at that. So the only accents I really can do is when I'm singing. So the best you'll get is as far as a Cockney accent is like if I'm singing a little Eliza Doolittle, and like I don't even know if I would do it, but it's like one of the first songs I had to sing was "All I Want Is a Room Somewhere." That one, and I was like, I remember my singing teacher being like, "You should never do accents."
We had a good chat. Apparently, she spent a lot of time in Ireland. I'm sure that Danielle would know, and she learned how to pour a Guinness. But the funny thing, she doesn't really drink. And then she went over, and I asked her this afterwards, and I said, I can't imagine Danielle taking you around London and you not drinking. Like, how did that go? And
she drank with me. I think she was just humoring me.
she was, and apparently the humoring you didn't end up going so well.
I mean, it was her 21st. Come on, you guys. You've gotta like go all out. I don't know why.
And I didn't know that she'd been. I didn't know why. I didn't know that she'd been struck by lightning either. Does anyone else know anyone who's been struck by lightning?
No, that's mad. My goodness.
No,
that
you didn't.
was kind of like her fault. Oh, did she tell you the story about hanging out the window on the phone during a storm?
I'll play the story for you so you guys can listen to it. Here we go.
I don't know if Danielle told you I was struck by lightning when I was young. I still love thunderstorms, and the reason why I got struck by lightning is because I had my window open during a thunderstorm listening to it while I was on my phone and on the computer, had like big metal earrings on, and it came in through the window and ended up hitting me. I mean, you'd think I wouldn't like it anymore, but I do still like it.
I feel like you should have been left with some sort of superpower. It sounds like a superhero origin story.
I do kind of joke about that. So right after that, I started needing glasses. Granted, everyone in my family needs glasses, but it was right after that. And then also at the same time that I started needing glasses, I started doing way better in school. I think it's probably because now I can see better. But I like to say it's because I got struck by lightning. Super like brain power smart at that point.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
wow.
a legend, absolute legend.
Wow.
You know, when you just meet someone and you just click with them instantly.
Mm.
Marissa was one of those people, and it's so weird that a gown, me buying a dress, brought us together.
Yeah.
Love that.
But yeah,
From overseas as well, like US to the
Yeah.
UK, wasn't just selling within the UK. But she's
and our friendship has like really stood the test of time. Like we've both crossed the oceans several times to see each other and support each other in pageants.
it's been for about 5 years, right? The friendship, if I'm doing the math right. It's
I
been
want to say, was it 2014?
yeah, 2014, 2015.
Yeah,
so
I think
6
it's
years.
like 6 years.
Oh,
Love that.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that.
cute.
7 years now. Craziness. And she's done incredibly. I remember when I first met her, she'd been competing in pageants for a few years. And I was just like, you have to go back and do Miss Maine. You have to go back for vengeance. Get this title, like, do it. And then ever since then, she has been a force. She's unstoppable.
Yeah. We may have her on the podcast as well. Fingers crossed.
Yay! It's just
we
sorting
will
out
see.
timings and stuff because you're Australia, America. I suppose we've done
Is
it
she
before.
back in
but-
America now? Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in San Diego. She's based in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
But the difficulty for me, ironically, is ever getting an Australian guest on this thing because it's at 6 a.m. So for the Americans, like where Marissa is, it's 1 p.m. It's on a Monday, so it's not great. But people are awake. For you guys, it's 9 p.m., which is brilliant. And then for us Aussies, it's 6 a.m. and no one is awake at 6 in the morning. I can tell you, much less wanting to jump on a podcast. Joe did really well. Joe subbing in for Lauren. She got ready within like less than an hour. So thank
Can
you,
I just
Joe.
say something? Our little group chat that's popping off right now. You guys are annoying me so much.
I know. That's what I
Like
was
my
just thinking.
phone,
I'm
like, guys, come on here and watch. Stop sending messages in the group. Yes, I'm talking to you, Maggie G.
What right now?
They're having
Yeah.
a conversation, so like I keep getting notifications. That was
So do
annoying.
I.
So distracting.
I'm not
Then
getting
you
the.
get-
I'm not in the group chat, so it's all good for
I think
me.
I'm gonna start reading out their messages in a minute, and I'm gonna like
Call them out.
What are they talking about?
You don't.
I
know.
don't know. I think I saw something
Don't-
about eczema.
I just saw something about
Eczema.
Send me a picture if you want. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
that.
That was from Maggie G.
So Sophie, these guys. So I don't know how much you know, but Joanna, Chloe Lake, and Lauren Parkinson originally have their friendship group, which they've called the Psychos. I don't call them Psycho. That's the name of their group chat. And then
love
it's
that.
become an ongoing thing, especially during lockdown. They've adopted other people into that group, including Danielle and Megan Goldberger. And there's a thing, every time I'm up at 6 a.m, because it's 9 p.m. for you guys, I get pinged by a billion notifications from House Party. And whenever people turn on the House Party app, it says so-and-so is in the house. So I'll have like notifications saying Lauren Parkinson is in the house, Joanna Johnson is in the house, Danielle Latimer is in the house. It's because bing, bing, bing. I need to really...
It's funny because I went on the other day. When was it? It wasn't last night, it was the night before. And I literally just went on it to count how long it would take someone to jump on. So I clicked onto it and I was like, 1, 2, 3. And I got to 10 and Danielle popped on, and then it was 12 and Maggie popped on. I was like, 10 seconds it took.
I love
Listen,
that.
and
Oh, wow.
Maggie does it all the time. And
Yeah.
she goes, Danielle, you have passed this test. I'm like, stop doing that, guys.
It's
Like,
because
what if
you
I'm
get
in
the notification,
shower?
you're like, oh,
Can't
click,
test
and then
that as a
everyone
form
will
of
just be on it.
friendship.
I need to turn the notifications off.
It's funny.
Lauren had her
Oh,
birthday.
when people wave at you.
Yeah,
It's
well,
so
Lauren
loud,
had
people
her birthday
listen
party
in.
like
Yeah.
last week. So she had a Zoom party. I don't know because it was 4:30 in the morning for me, so I didn't attend. But then again, it was about 6 or 5:30 in the morning, and I get pinged from House Party, and like Megan wanted me to jump on, and there must have been like 1,000 messages, and I don't know, there's a
She was
waving,
like,
waving.
Like, wave.
If anyone wants to join our house parties, feel free. I mean, you can only have 8 people on there, so there's only room for 2 more. But
I jumped on the
take
House
turns.
Party. 2 of you, I won't name names, 2 of you were horizontal because the night was going that well.
not me. I'm good.
I mean, it was a sunny day.
One of you didn't even remember that you had been on that house party. And then I swear to God, I was the last person standing with Joanna and with Megan. And Megan looked like she had passed out on a pavement somewhere because she was lying down on a couch that was grey and she was going from this angle. So I'm like, Megan, are you all right? You look like you just passed out on a pavement somewhere and given up. So I don't know if you should just invite anyone to these parties because they might have
I love it as wild. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes I just spring a FaceTime on her. I spring a FaceTime on her and she's laying on the floor. I'm like, Megan, what are you doing? Get up off the floor. What are you doing?
So I was watching this programme on BBC iPlayer and I was just watching it and her bedroom was on it. It was like what was it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I watched that the other day. What's that called?
It's like when they come to your bedroom.
Yeah, it's like
do you know what
out.
it is? Because I clocked.
It's like a blind date type.
What is it called?
There's a dating show where the person who's the power in their hands, they go around to like 4 bedrooms and they have to pick who to Hot Property.
Hot Property.
In Cardiff. So I watched
They visit. So say if I'm the girl and I'm going to visit 4 guys' bedrooms, so you go round, you look through all the drawers, you have a little investigation.
You don't know what they look like though, or who they are.
No, you don't know what they look like, and then you pick a guy to date based on the room.
How do you get in the house?
Oh,
So
there's
then
like a guy who hosts it.
Yeah. And
Give
then,
you
I
keys.
think you're breaking into someone's house and going through their stuff, and then you're going to go on a date. You're like, what are you doing in my house?
An invasion of privacy to an
Can
extent.
I just say though, but like when they were like looking around the room and you see the sash, and I was like, yes, and then I was so glad that they got the her sash.
they got the
out.
sash out and,
And then they were like panning over to a car, and I was like, "This is the best car I've ever seen in my life." It's like bright pink. I was like, "This is the best thing ever."
For a guy going into her room and they see like
he was
all,
literally like,
this
is too much.
Like the huge, I don't know if the huge unicorn was still in there, but it's very pink. You know, everyone knows Maggie G. She is pink embodied.
Mad.
Yeah.
And for a guy going into a fully pink room, you'd be like, oh, okay, she's a girly girl.
So what happened after that?
He
didn't pick her to
got rid of her after the first one. He was like,
Yeah.
she seems too much, and then her video at the end was like,
it's like sassy.
She like flicked her.
But he was not her type.
So funny.
No.
Maggie G has a type, and he is not in it.
He was not.
Like,
he was not even
she wouldn't
close.
be feeling it anyway.
Yeah, not even close to Meg's type.
No love lost
Maggie,
there.
if you're watching this, you should send us a link to that video so I can play it on the podcast for everyone to see. We should make you famous.
It's on
she
BBC
flicks her hair and
iPlayer.
goes
If
like
anyone's
that.
got BBC iPlayer, just type in Hot Property in Cardiff and you'll find it.
It was the best thing. That hair flick literally gave me life. I was like, it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I messaged
How
her
did you do
like,
it?
yes, Meg.
How do you do the make? I don't have any hair, so how do
She
you
was
play?
like walking, and then she was like,
Down the street on the video call. It was hilarious.
it was so sassy, so sassy.
Such a pageant girl thing. That I don't know. I've not really seen the inside. Like I've interviewed Megan, but you only see one sort of angle. Is there anything in there that isn't pink? I just get the idea that I would go in there and be overwhelmed by the amount of pink. She literally has pink everything.
Her bed's
Her bed's
silver,
pink?
so she wants a pink bed.
Bed's
She's getting a
silver.
new one that's going to be pink.
Oh,
but
God. I'm trying to talk her out of it. Like
it's a nice pink though. It's a baby pink, isn't it?
I don't think you can have the overwhelming, like the overall color be pink though. Like I don't mind a little bit of pink, but I think if the overall thing is pink, for me, it would be a bit too much. It'd be like walking to a candy store and it'd be just like, it's a bit too sweet. But she also wants a pink front door, so she definitely wants everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
her wardrobe is surprisingly not that pink. I mean, she has got a lot of pink items that she wears, like a couple of pink dresses. But if you look in her wardrobe, it's actually a good mix of colours.
Mm.
There you go. So, Sophie, as I said, we occasionally talk about pageantry, but not very often. I don't think we talk anything about pageantry. No, this is normally the way that it goes. I normally wrap us up because we've been on for like an hour and 10 minutes already, and we haven't talked about anything. Does anyone? Well, you haven't, Danielle, because you were busy driving from somewhere. But does anyone have anything exciting coming up in the next week or so? Because I normally wrap up, but because everyone's in quarantine, most people are like, I have nothing coming up. I mean,
My
Joanna's
birthday.
got her. Okay.
My birthday. A week on Wednesday.
It's your birthday. It's your
It's my
birthday.
birthday. 1st of July. I
Oh,
love my
sorry.
birthday though. It's
It's
such a
your
good
birthday.
time.
Oh, 1st of July.
July's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
good
really
time.
good date. And it's 6 months from Christmas, 6 months to my birthday, 6 months to Christmas, 6 months to my birthday. So I get a
That-
present every 6 months.
This
That's
is the only
good.
good thing about having a birthday in July for me, because it's in the middle of winter for me. But
Yeah.
it is 6 months, so you have that. You know, you
Mhm.
can celebrate, and it's spread of. So
Yeah.
you're a Leo as well, right? So I'm a Leo.
No, I'm a Cancer.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, you're
Leo.
not. You're a Leo. When are you, Sophie?
The 3rd of August.
The 3rd of August. Okay.
The
so
3rd.
I'm a Leo. You're a Leo. Danielle, what are you?
I'm a Libra. I'm very balanced.
Balanced.
Oh.
I love star signs. If anybody ever needs their birth chart read, come to me. I will read your birth chart.
I used to read
All
my
about it.
horoscope all the time when I was younger, but I don't really focus on it and stuff that much
You should
now.
honestly daily horoscopes. Like from someone who loves astronomy, daily horoscopes where they're like, oh, today you're gonna bump into the love of your life. It's
Yeah.
just a load of but I totally love the whole like when you're born, all the planets were aligned in a certain way, and then this is how it reflects on you, and then like that's like your sun sign because you're like you're a Cancer, so you're a big home bird. You're very caring.
See, I'm not a home
Really?
bird. No.
That's my whole. Like,
You know
life
what?
when you're just-
Literally, people say stuff about Cancer, and there's a lot of things that I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of things that I'm like, no. And me
I
and my
was always-
boyfriend, we are both Cancer. Me and Wes are both Cancer, and we are not the same people. We are
No,
so
you
opposite.
should definitely get your birth chart read, because like if you've got like I'm a Leo, so my sun sign's a Leo, but I've got a lot of like Pisces in me, and I've got a lot of Sagittarius in me. So like when you read where all like your different like your houses are in, and they're all in different like little bits and bobs, then you kind of see how like you're all made up. So like if your sun sign is Cancer, but your Mercury is in Capricorn, it means that you can like Capricorns are like quite, they're quite full on, and they're quite stubborn, and they like to have their own way. So if your Mercury is in Capricorn, Mercury is also with communication, and therefore you would be someone who communicates very to the point, you get your point across straight away. So yeah, it's so I love it. I love it.
How do you do this?
And how do we find this out?
Right, so all you need to do, go onto the internet, type in, so I recommend Cafe Astrology, it's the best one. Type in Cafe Astrology birth chart, and then it basically asks you for your full name, your date of birth, and where you were born and what time you were born. And then you hit go, and up comes like your birth chart. But then you need someone to like read it for you, because what it basically does is it's like Sun, Leo, Moon, Cancer, Mercury,
okay.
and so it basically all lines it out. But then you need to know what all of the you need to know what all the so like Mercury is to do with communication, your moon sign is how you see yourself, your rising sign, do you know what I mean? It's loads of different mad things.
Oh,
and
interesting.
It's so interesting. I love it.
How do you spell
I
it?
love it. Cafe Astrology. So it's like cafe is if you were to go to a cafe for a cup of tea, and then astrology. Honestly, highly recommend that everyone gets a birth chart read. It's so interesting, even if you think it's a load of nonsense. Like,
yeah, I do find stuff like interesting like that though. Like I don't always
it's so good.
100% believe it and stuff like that, but I do find it interesting to like read and look into and know.
It's a proper like geeky bit. Like I've got a book. There's a book on my desk somewhere. I don't know what it is. It's like the little book of. Actually, is it there? I don't want to move. It is. I don't want to move too much because I'm gonna like break things down.
This one's perfect.
That's the one.
And where do I go?
This is my little book of astrology. Right. So go down. Right. So you need to find your birth chart. So see instead of if you type in Cafe Astrology birth chart instead. I'm like totally like, oh, I'm excited for you. Right, so that's the top one. And then shove in your full name. Make sure you've got your pronoun selected as well.
I need to type in my full name, do I?
Yeah. Like, well, your first and last name I'll do. I don't think they need to know your middle name.
They.
And then your date of birth. and then
Do you know
your
the
place.
time you were born?
I know.
No.
How do you? I don't even think my mum knows the time I was born.
Do I need the time
So-
or the unknown time?
So if you don't know your time, you won't get your rising sign, and your rising sign is how people see you. So
Oh,
I
I
know,
can't
it's
see
like
how
a-
people
that's an
see
interesting
you.
one.
But
Listen, I was
usually it
born in
works
the
in the AM
morning.
or PM.
I'll
Okay.
put 6 a.m. I get the feeling I was born early in the morning.
Okay.
Sydney, New South Wales.
And then
Submit.
submit. Yep. And then scroll down. Right, okay, can you zoom in on your screen at all?
I'm gonna have to get my iPad and look at this. I need my glasses.
Here we go. Okay,
Unless I'm
so
like this
you're-
in the screen.
You've got a bit of Virgo in you. Okay,
Oh.
so your sun's in Leo, which, like, so your sun sign is to do with, like, it's just your sun sign. So it's basically, like, if you were to go and read a horoscope, you'd read Leo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's like, you're brave, you're confident, you like people to like you, you love performing, you love chatting, kind of all that sort of stuff. Your moon is in Aries.
Okay.
I don't know an awful lot about Aries. I'm going to be honest with you. Virgo's an interesting one. Your Venus and Mars is in Virgo. Venus is all to do with love, and
Okay.
Virgo, the kind of is also to do with like the woman, and it's also to do with femininity. So you're quite not mushy, but you're quite not. I'm trying to like say this
Feminine?
With your
you know what I
feminine
mean?
side.
You're not afraid to show your emotion in that side. But your Mars is also in Virgo. So Mars is all to do with like arguing and being like raging and what makes you angry. And so that being in Virgo as well is quite interesting. Fun fact about Virgo, the colour for Virgo is beige, which I think is really rubbish because all of the Virgos that I know are anything but beige.
I don't like
Really
beige.
strange.
Beige is too plain to me.
Anything from so Jupiter is an interesting one as well because Jupiter is all to do with luck, and your Jupiter's in
Okay.
Cancer, which basically means during the dates that Cancer falls on, that's like your luckiest period of the
Oh,
year.
okay.
Oh,
So your Jupiter time is a really nice
it's
time.
now
And then,
nearly
yeah,
No.
almost.
Nearly.
Which, well, I think
Okay.
it is.
next week.
Yay me.
So
All
yeah,
right.
there's loads, but take a screenshot of it and ping it across, and I'll give you a full reading.
I know I'm going to be doing this now. I'm going to get so many messages,
I was gonna
Sophie,
say,
about all these screenshots of all
Please
these.
do, but that'll be me. Like, see when it comes to the Pageant Girl weekend, and I'll be like sitting in my
Oh,
room.
Sophie,
Like,
you can
ready
fundraise
to
like
run.
that.
Yeah.
Sophie, you should totally read people's do readings
That's
for
actually a
people
really
and
good idea.
fundraise.
that's a great idea. Do you
It
know
is
that's
a-
such a good
Makes
idea?
a serious dollar. Like I would totally like donate. for that.
100%.
Oh my
So would I.
goodness!
I'll start
Right,
you off.
That's it.
Why don't we
That's
donate
fun.
£5 to Sophie for doing a reading, and we can get your PayPal link or something ready because I am going to send
Yeah.
mine to you now
Do you
because
know
I'm.
what this really ties in nicely because next week I'm working alongside my charity and launching like a nice, not a new campaign, but working with those guys to talk about our platform and building on the campaign that already exists. And I was like, I've raised a lot of money for my charity over the years, and I wanted to do something different this year. And I was like, how on earth do you do
There
this
you
during lockdown?
No one's ever done that. So
Genius,
do it.
genius. Well, that's
I
it.
like the fact
Sorted,
it's
it's done.
different.
Got it.
Do you know
Well,
what? I've
I'm
been
your
2
first
weeks and I'm doing
customer.
nothing.
Yeah.
I've sent it to you. Put your PayPal link there, and we can donate £5.
Fab. Oh, I'm gonna get like a canvas sorted, a nice like poster.
Yeah.
Oh, so excited. Thank you. Thanks for that, guys.
There you go. So we've inflicted pointless banter on you, but you've come up with a charity idea. Well, Danielle's come up with a charity idea.
Yes, Danielle.
I'm
Well
good
done,
at coming up with
Danielle.
ideas for other people. Myself, however, have a little bit more difficulty with it. So
Yeah.
It is hard. It's so, especially just now, it is super
Yeah,
hard
it is so
to try
hard.
and get stuff done. That's why, like Emma, when we were talking about Emma and her fundraiser, that was just beyond belief how much money she managed to raise. Was just absolutely incredible. And I think for a lot of girls, we're all sort of stuck. We're like, well, how can we make an appearance? How can we raise funds? And you're seeing the same thing over and over again. So I'm
Yeah.
thank you so much for your kind of help with that. That was great. Thank
Yeah.
you.
There is a lot of sort of same-ish ideas coming up again and again, and I think
Yeah.
It really-
partially it's I think partially because we've been in lockdown and people are just like, well, what do I? Because obviously you're limited. You can't do a lot of stuff in person that you would normally do. But I do also strongly feel that some people are just being a bit lazy and they've sort of given up. I feel that we've been in lockdown so long now that people are just kind of meh about it. Like they're not taking it seriously anymore, but they're not really trying to do anything unique anymore. There's a lot of people just copying stuff, which I really like. So I really like the fact that we've been able to come up with something original.
Birthed this new idea. It's been great. Definitely. Thank you, guys.
Danielle, you've got your YouTube
Get
channel.
some money rolling in.
Definitely.
I think it's always nice. People are more inclined to part with money when they're getting something back, and especially when it's something like that. Like it's just I've never been on this planet 31 years, and I haven't had my birth chart, done. I'd be very interested in that. It's just nice to know, isn't it?
It's nice knowing that this has come right at the start of my 2 weeks annual leave, because I was sitting there, I was like, what on earth am I going to do for 2 weeks? Like,
now you know.
You're going to be inundated now. You're going to be like, I wish I never spoke about this live.
Oh, no, I love it. I love it.
You've probably got
this is great.
People pinging you over money now and messaging you. I would really like it. Here's my time of birth. Here's my
Tell me what people think of me. This is great. Oh,
I'm going to be texting my mum later, like, what time was I born? She'll be like, why?
I love it.
Because
and
I want to know what people think about me. That is why.
People are because I did it. So it's like a nice icebreaker, I always find. So I only joined the place that I work not even a year ago, and all of a sudden, I randomly started speaking about it one day, and then someone was like, oh, can you do mine? And then someone else was like, oh, someone else, can you do mine? And so it all kind of spiraled from there, and it was just so nice because it takes a while to write them. It's like an hour's worth of work to properly analyze it. And so when you sit down and you explain it to people, it can take a good 10-15 minutes. And so actually taking that time to chat to someone, it was like a nice icebreaker. So all of you guys who have not met in person but only met online, I'm gonna be, oh, by the way, this is what I am with Diana. Which is good.
You'll know more about people than they'll know about themselves.
Well, that was unexpected. That took a detour. So the link below is the link that Sophie directed me to. So you'll have to supply your PayPal details somewhere, and I've put up about it as well, obviously. But that was a very good idea. So well done, Danielle.
Well done, Danielle.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll have to talk about you in my interview, but well, I've raised all this money because.
So is it with international? Do you still have to for the Christie, or is it your own now?
Completely your own. You're actually not required to make any appearances or raise any money.
I like that.
Completely.
I agree with that for that pageant, and obviously some other pageants, because it's not really focused on that when you go into internationals, is it? So I 100% agree.
I think it can be quite hard as well, especially so for me. And I mean, I spoke about this when Adrian and I last chatted, but for me, it was quite important that when I was competing for a title, I was doing it sort of on my own terms. I didn't I can't connect with a system that is fundraising for something which is a great cause, but I can.
But you can't relate.
I can't relate to. And I think, for me, Galaxy is a really good example of that. I love the Galaxy system. I admire the Galaxy system. I think it's a fantastic system. But for me, it just wasn't the system for me because I can't connect with raising money for the Christie. And I understand that obviously you can have your own platform off the back of that. That's great. But for me, it was really important about keeping that platform rolling that I've had for the past 3 years and keeping that as my main sort of focus. Miss International is something that I've always wanted to compete in. Like I said, I remember Victoria Tooby winning back in 2014, and it was the first sort of Holly's pageant that I had watched. So it was so important for me that when I was going forward into it, that I could raise funds for it. It's another reason why I really like Miss Universe Great Britain, is because you're raising funds for so many little pockets of things, which is helping a lot of people.
That's a really
that's what I like as well.
With Miss Universe, supporting the different ones.
Yeah, there's a few different ones with that one, but that's what I always like, and that's why I focus on knowing the competitions and the ones that I want to do is what they believe in and what their ethos is. And I think people should really look into what they're entering, because say if someone's just entering for the sake of it, but that pageant system has a specific message, but you don't really care for that message.
You're not
So why
aligned
are
with
you
that.
entering it then? Enter one that matches you, who you are and what you represent. And that's why I was asked, like, why did you do Galaxy, and why have you entered Miss Universe GB and stuff like that? And it's because they believe in what I believe in, and their ethos matches me. So I'm going to go for them. Like, I've been told in the past, oh, you should go for this one, you should go for this one. I'm like, but they don't match me. That I don't suit them. And I think that's so important for you for people to look at and how they can match themselves with different pageant systems.
That I was in exactly the same position as you, because I competed in Miss Scotland. Everybody was like, "Oh, Miss Scotland, it's very sort of girly," but I feel like you're more sort of geared towards this or geared towards that. How would you feel about it? And I was like, no, actually, I just want to stick to something that I can relate to. And for me, I felt like Miss World is very traditional, as is Miss International. And I was like, I get these. Whereas I know if I was to compete in Miss Universe Great Britain, I'd feel really out of my depth. And I'd be like, you know what, this isn't for me. And although I so admire the system so much, and I just think they're incredible, I just think for me personally, I'd be like,
I think that's what you've got to do, though. 100%.
Yeah, you have to pick the system that's most in line with you. Each queen, you
I can't hear Danielle.
Oh no!
Oh no! I can hear Danielle.
Do you want to kick me out?
I can't hear Danielle.
Give me a sec. Okay, try again.
Hello.
I've got you.
Yay! You'll start to notice in I think it depends on people's pageant journey. If you're new into it, you kind of have no idea about what they're looking for.
Yeah.
You learn along the way, and each international queen has certain qualities. So for example, Miss Universe's, their slogan is confidently beautiful. That you need to look great, you need to look the part, but also you need to be super, super confident. That's it's a part of their ethos. Confidence is key. The most confident on that stage, the girl that is prepared and knows what she's doing, is the winner, basically. And then I do feel like Miss World, Miss International, they do the more demure, classic, elegant, but also a woman that's strong. And because hold her own and take that microphone and say what she has to say eloquently. And then you've also got pageants like Miss Earth, where it's she's a bit more of a warrior. A little bit more of an not aggressive approach, but you have such a cause that has basically a time limit on it as well. So you have to see who you are in your personality and see where you align. And I feel that is the key to success in pageantry. If you can figure out what each system wants and figure out what you suit the most,
which works for you,
that's where you're going to find success. Because if you are naturally a very sassy, extravagant, confident girl, and you're maybe a little bit more kind of sexy, sassy, you like to look a bit fire, maybe going down the Miss World route is probably not gonna be the most appropriate. So but it's something that you learn along the way. Sometimes I look at for example Miss England, and I'll see the girls that are entering that's usually an entry pageant. So it was my first ever system to be a part of. And I think it took me a little while to learn that I'm maybe not a Miss World or
that's the same
girl,
with me.
But it takes time to realise what kind of system you fit into. And that's
completely
agree. One of my, when people message me about what tips do you have for newbies starting pageants, really do your research on all the different systems and see what one you co-align with, because that is where you will find the success.
Completely agree. It took me 2020, it took me 6 years to feel ready enough to enter Miss International, because I was like, if I'm going to do this, I not only have to make sure that I'm confident in what I'm doing, B, that I'm confident in entering the system, that I know it aligns with my values, that I know I can really give 110% to, because there is nothing worse for me than signing up to something and being like, right, okay, I'm going to give this I'm gonna half bother to do it, and if I win, that's great. And I've been in that position before. It was rubbish, and I was like, do you know what? No, I'm not going to do that again. And I'm going to make sure that if I am going to do something, that it has to be something that I'm 110% committed to. I think that's the people, you know, were asking, you know, you've wanted to do this for a long, long time. Why is it taking you until you're 23 to do it? And I'm like, well, I had to make sure
Honey,
that
I
if I was
didn't
going
start
to do
until I was 23.
well, this is it.
So
I was like, do you know what? I had to come at a point in my life where I was like, this is absolutely what this is the right moment. Do you know what I mean? This is the right time, and if I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it properly. I'm not going to do it when, you know what, I'm not too sure now.
Yeah,
it had to come when I was ready.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the best way to do it. That's what.
I'm so excited for you.
I'm excited too. It's funny because it's the first pageant girl pageant I've taken part in, and obviously I've known Chloe for a long time. Olivia I met during Miss Scotland in 2017, and so she had entered, I think it was the UK Power pageant at the time, kind of in between the Miss Scotlands, and then obviously she went back and she won Miss Grand Scotland and Miss Grand, and then went on to win Miss Galaxy UK. And she couldn't recommend it highly enough. And she was one of the people sort of in my year being like, are you going to apply for Pageant Girl pageant yet? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then it happened, and I was like, do you know what, this is great. And she was jumping for joy, and Chloe was jumping for joy. So it's come at a good time, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. You've never done one of Holly's pageants. You've never done one of Holly's pageants before.
Never. I've never even done one of Holly's pageants. So this is a whole new experience.
New ball game.
I can't wait.
Oh, you'll have the best time. It is amazing. I can vouch for a few first systems. Obviously, being judged a few of them, competed a few of them, and I literally could not recommend them enough.
Yeah, I think it can be intimidating, obviously, because there are. You know, it is such a well-established system, and it attracts so many, you know, kind of high-profile pageantry names in the UK, and so it
you
can
are
be
one
easy.
of them, Hans.
Yeah. well, this is it, and this is the lesson that I had to learn. And I think it was last week on this podcast, and you guys were talking about, you know, you're not going to win until you can believe in yourself. There is absolutely no point in entering one of these pageants and being like, oh, it's fine, you know, because X, Y, and Z have done this before, X, Y, and Z have competed at this level before, and so that's it, they're going to win. Absolutely, I wouldn't have entered this pageant if I didn't think I had a blooming good chance at it, because you have, exactly 110%. Biggest advocate for that.
Yeah. You can't get anywhere if you don't believe in yourself, and that's what I've started to be realizing stuff lately. And that's why in my interview for University B, when I was interviewing with Paula, she was literally like, why now? I was like, because now I believe that I can do it, and it's now is the time that I can do it. And I think that is important that you feel like that, because you've got to be ready. You've got to believe in yourself. 100%.
It's the same with anything. If you're walking into a job, or you know, you walk into a room, you say you're a salesperson, you've really got to believe. If you believe in the product, if you believe in you and what you can do for it, other people will see it and be like, she's confident, she's believing in herself, I believe in it too, I'm going to buy what you're selling, because you are 100% backing yourself.
For sure. And that's what I always say with Galaxy International. Before then, I fully just was myself and had fun and just had enjoyed myself as me, and I was confident. I was like, I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm going to do me. If it's good enough, it's good enough. If it's not, it's not. But I'm just going to show the best side of me and show what I can bring. And I think when you feel like that and you show yourself off like that, that's when it's going to do the best for you.
Yeah, it's always a hard pill to swallow, especially because I think, you know, a common theme from a lot of the girls that I've spoken to, including myself, is that there comes a point where you almost fall into actually, you know, I'm competing for this title and I'm not being myself, and I'm totally narrow-minded. That was me, and I hands up, that was me when I competed for Miss Scotland the second time. I was like, oh, you know, I came so close last time, there's so much pressure on me, I'm going to try and be what the judges want me to be. And it doesn't work. I didn't place. And I was like, oh, well, I wonder why I didn't place, because it wasn't me. Like, I went as far as like getting hair extensions, because I was like, oh, you know, I need to be different to what I was last time. I absolutely hated having long hair, but I was like, oh, it's what they want. It's fine.
It's what they want. It's what,
No.
And I was like, no.
They
No,
want someone that's going to own themselves and that's going to be
I
themselves.
think it looks fresh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's unique.
you.
It's
It's
different.
me.
It stands
It is me to
out,
a
and it's
T.
you.
Mm.
Like,
Me to a T.
because you go, oh yeah, the girl with the cute, sexy, short, sexy, sassy haircut. Yes, I'm feeling her vibe.
No, I love it. And I was like, it was important for me, again, when I was entering this, that I wasn't going to do it as anyone else. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it as me. And that's, I don't think you were here at the start, Daniel, but we were talking about my interviewer. And that's the only thing I don't have sorted yet, because I had something in mind and I was like, I'm going to get this because I think it sort of fits with the Miss International brand. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because it's not me. And
but
I was
what
like,
is the international brand? The
Exactly.
international brand only has a certain look because the predecessors, the girls before, that was
Precisely.
there.
That was there, yeah.
Precisely. And I was like, no. I was like, if I'm going to do
think
this, I'm going to do it as me.
Yeah, it's a bigger regret as well. Like if you go to a competition and you know you really want it and you're not being yourself and you don't get anywhere, you look back and think, why? Why did I not just do that? Why did I not just be myself? And why did I not just show that part of me? So you've got to literally give it your all and be yourself to not have any regrets and be like, you know, I did my best and I showed my best self.
Yeah. Love it.
It's like I have my interview wear already for Galaxy International, and it's something that was,
already.
you love it, don't you?
Love it.
So
love it.
it's very different, very, very different. It's not what you would consider pageanty. It's a bit more fashiony. I've never seen anyone wear anything similar. So for me, it's a little bit risky because there might be judges on that panel that are very kind of like, they're old school pageanty, you know, so they might, but you know what, when I put that outfit on, I feel the best version of myself. I feel comfortable, I feel powerful. And at the end of the day, I think interview wear is probably more important than your evening gown.
I 100% agree.
What
That's
comes
when
out of your mouth
like
when you're
nervous.
Yeah, because you know that is the real true representation of who you are. Gown's fun and it's beautiful, but the true representation of yourself is what you wear in your interview, because it's what's going to make you feel the most comfortable, confident to you know get out what you want to say, you know.
One thing that a couple of the people that I've spoken to, because obviously as a journalist, there is this almost sort of preconceived, oh, you know, she's going to be good in an interview, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let those kind of voices sort of get in there. But a lot of people are like, so for Miss International UK anyway, your interview is only 20% of your final score. The rest of it is made up on stage, and I was like, you know, I couldn't, like, people are like, oh, it's fine, it's just 20%. I won't get yourself too worried. No, that is the only opportunity that they are going to have to see me not grinning. And do you know what I mean? And I was like, it's such an important thing. And I think that's why this whole sort of what I was going to wear was so important to me, because I didn't want to wear something that wasn't me. I don't want to walk into that room and then go, oh, well, she's this person. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm this person. And I wanted what I wear to reflect that.
And I'm really surprised because when I looked at my performance in Galaxy last year and the outfit that I wore for interview, I'm like, why did you wear that, Dan? Like, because I think I wanted to come across softer, a little bit more approachable, girly, because I had this like sassy persona and maybe I wasn't like the most, so I was then putting myself in a box thinking, what do I need to do to influence other people? But really it backfired because I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel like me. This year I wore a red jumpsuit that I feel sexy and sassy in. I feel comfortable. I can sit down and not worry about my dress riding up. I'm a bit of a tomboy, so a jumpsuit is great for me. But then I pair it with some sexy red satin heels and I feel like, yes, this is, and I feel more comfortable. So that's I think, like, when people compare me from Galaxy last year to this year, it's like night and day. It really is. And only I see that now afterwards.
Sorry, guys, I'm just going to grab my charger.
I know, I've had to do that as well. So, Yeah, and also another thing with interview, it might just be 20% of the scores, but I can guarantee you, if the judges fall in love with you
In interview.
they will make allowances for what happens on stage. If you trip over your gown, if you don't have the best walk, they don't care because they love you already.
Yeah.
I've done that in interview when I've judged people in the past. If I am absolutely in love with that person in their interview, I look at them on stage and be like, oh, how amazing are they? And they might not be the best on the stage. They might not have the best look. They might not be the greatest dress, but they've got my heart from the interview.
Yeah.
Because I know that they are a good person and that they would be a great fit for that system.
Yeah. But then there's sometimes when I'm judging, I have voted because I can hear Danny.
Oh no!
Technical issues.
Hang on, Sophie.
I'm gonna get my water.
Back.
I'm getting dry mouth because I'm speaking too much.
This is good. Can you hear it now, Sophie?
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Oh no! Can you not hear me?
Okay, let me kick out Danielle and bring Danielle back.
Kick me out.
All right, Danielle, try again. See if Sophie can hear you.
Hello. Testing 1 2. Hello. I just put the headphones in. Hello.
I'm going to ping in my earphones and hope that my phone doesn't die. Hi.
Can you hear
I've
me?
just hit 20%, so I'm going to pray that it doesn't die.
Yeah.
I've got you.
Oh, fabulous.
I can hear you.
Yeah. I think if they fall in love with you in the interview, they can make allowances for what happens on stage because they already love you. And there's times that I've judged and I've fallen in love with a girl in an interview. I've gone, she's amazing. She's got my heart. I really wanted to win. But then she hasn't won. But I can understand why she hasn't won. Maybe the judges haven't seen what I see in her. Maybe she just needs a bit of time. But there's sometimes that the girl that performs better on stage, she'll win. But I love a girl from interview. And then she'll place really, really high because people see the qualities in her, but maybe the stage not so much. But then I've also seen girls that have not been the best on stage and they've won. And I've gone, because they've captured the judges' hearts.
Yep.
And that's why I think it's so important. Obviously, everyone always says, oh, well, she should have won. You don't know unless you're a judging panel who should have won because you wasn't in that interview. You didn't see what she said. You didn't see how she was. And that's one thing that so many things as pageant girls, we hear like, oh, you should have won. Why did... No.
I really hate that.
Have won.
I really dislike that word to begin with, but that particular phrase in pageantry, it's so presumptuous. Like you're saying that you know who should have won, like you're better than everyone else.
Yeah. No one knows who should have won apart from the girl that won who did win, who did deserve to win, and she won.
And just accept that it wasn't your time.
Yeah. People,
and it was the other girl's time. Your time will be coming.
Everything happens for a reason. I always say that.
Completely agree.
Sometimes I feel it's almost more of an issue when your friend doesn't win. I think some people are okay if they don't win, they deal with it. But when their friend doesn't win, they say all sorts of things that they really shouldn't be saying. In terms of, you should have won, you were so much better than her. It's like, well, that's not... Is that, by the way, the winner overhears you or the director overhears you and you have a plan to come back again, you just like killed your chances off because you've shown your true colors. It's when you lose, when you loses, that's when the real you comes out, I think.
I mean, I've been hurt by, comments online. I've seen comments that, not that I shouldn't have won, but they'll comment on someone else's status being like, oh, you should have won, and then maybe they don't realize that I'm going to read that, but then that's hurtful.
So I've had the exact same. I've seen the exact same, and it is really hurtful. It's horrible to see. Obviously, like, best just not to read the comments and stuff, but it does get to you, and it does make you think like, why did she deserve to win and not me? Why did I win then? Do you know? And it's just not fair.
I always think I have this like saying where if you see like a really beautiful girl that was dynamite on stage and she didn't place, or she didn't win, I'm like, did the girl fart in her interview? What happened? Like, I always think, like, when the
Like
girl
the
stands
saying.
there and she hasn't been called for, like, the top 20 and she's absolutely dynamite, and you're just like, she fired in her interview.
Yeah, she definitely, yeah.
I don't know. To me, I might call them up if they farted in their interview. They're being authentic. There's been a lot of, on top of like social media stuff, there's been a lot of horrible things said recently about everything. So I think sometimes we all know that we need to take a step away from social media from time to time. I don't mind if someone can back up something, like if they feel their friend should have won for a particular reason, or they're saying you did really well, you should be proud. I don't mind that. But if you're just blanket saying you should have won, you were better, well, it's like, no, because if they were
Unless
better,
you
they
have
would
hard
won.
facts over something that someone should have won, then leave it out. Don't
make the comment.
Yeah, don't say it. And that's the same for people saying, say, on the run up to a competition, it's yours, you've got this, you've got this.
So
Them
much.
words now, like
I would hate that if they were saying that about me. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
I'd
so
rather
I've
them
had
turn around
that
and
in
say,
the
Dan, you need to
past.
work harder.
Yeah,
I said,
I've
"Dan,
had
it's
that in the
yours,
past, and it's
you're doing great, Dan. Keep it up.
keep
Keep
going,
up.
like support and show support to them. But them words to even to my best friends, I will never say,
to be fair,
this
I've
is
done
yours.
that to you lot.
You've got this.
I've done it to
Like,
friends. But I'm like,
it
you got
you
this,
can,
girl.
like, it can you can get carried away and you can say it, but now, like, more than ever over the past few years, I've like, no, I don't say that, because I've had it said to me, and it's actually, it hurts more than when you don't win, because everyone has been telling you it's yours, it's yours, it's yours, and then you
Showing
don't
you
win, and you're
down.
like, what did I do wrong? I did something really bad. I've done this, I've done that, and then you start thinking in your head, like, oh my god, what did I do? What did I say? And it's just not good. Like, so for people to tell the friends they've got this, or it's yours, or you've won no matter what, you don't know until that day, until them judges have seen you and interviewed you and done that. You don't know who's got that.
Yep, no, not at all.
And it is damaging to the girl if she doesn't win. 100%.
It's interesting you say that.
Just don't listen to it at the end of the day. Just like as the individual that's competing, just don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Just be like, no.
Don't take every comment. Even the good comments, don't take them too much.
Yeah.
Listen, take them in. Thanks for the support. Like, great, you're supporting me. But just keep it on a level where you know that you may not win. You could still lose to this. Like, you it's not a definite.
Yeah.
And that's what I always go by.
Even up until the moment before my name was called, because I think I said last week, me and Claire were holding hands, and Claire was like, you got this, and you can see me shaking my head going, no, I haven't.
Not until
this.
your name's called.
Not because I didn't believe that I hadn't won. I was like, no, I haven't got this, like, until my name is called. I haven't got this, got this.
No.
And then that's when they didn't call my name. I was like, okay, I've got it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, what just happened?
And then you collapsed.
On that.
Yeah.
And
then that's
on
when
that,
you can believe it.
I wonder what they'll do, because obviously with Miss International, this is the first year that it's not been done kind of as part of the Power Pageant. It's been done as a standalone, and so I wonder if they'll do it like that, like a top 5, a top 3, whatever. Compared
probably.
To that's what I reckon.
So.
Yeah,
She'll probably do like a top.
Hands.
How many people are in it? She'll probably do a
Hey, I think there's about 20 of
so
us.
she'll probably just go to a top
20.
5. She'll probably just go straight to the top 5. That's what I would imagine. And then it'll probably
International do it. It's so bad.
do they go to a top?
It's very
20
strange. I think they go from so they go top 20, and then they do
like Miss World.
top 8. Kind of,
And then they
because a lot of their
like
judging is already done, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
so usually, so they kind of change it every year. But with Harriet's year just gone, I'm pretty sure they announced the top 8 and straight after somewhere.
Yes.
Third, second, and then they called the winner, but the winner's in with a bunch of like 5 people. So so that top 8, the top 8 doesn't get whittled down any further than that. They all do their statements. You've all got like your individual statements to do, and then you go from 4th runner up onwards. Yeah, and then the winner is standing in like a group of sort of like 5 other girls. So sort of like Miss World, like that. Yeah. Because you just then, I mean, when they're about to call the winner, I mean, your odds are like a little, obviously a lot lower.
Against
When it's
you.
two girls,
Yeah,
it's 50-50.
odds are always against you.
Always.
Uh-huh.
And when you're standing there,
That's what
you just
Hollywood
think like,
says.
I'm either the winner or I didn't place in like the top
Yeah.
three. Do you know what I mean?
So if
That's
you're
a
in that
weird
moment,
one.
it's like,
Yeah, uh-huh.
Such an odd
Internationally,
moment.
yeah. That is strange. Because
And
I
you
remember
can't
watching.
guess it.
no.
You really
gosh,
can't
no.
guess it at that point as well.
I
No,
remember
don't
watching Miss International as it was happening live last year, and I think again it's back to these pageant fan sites, and you've got like your top picks and everyone. And I remember Philippines, was it I think Philippines
Yes.
was still
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. She
And
was-
everybody expected Patch to
Everyone,
place
yeah.
at least. And so I was watching that, and I hadn't really watched Thailand very much, and I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Patches. It was exactly the same with Catch You in a Great Miss World. Exactly
Yeah.
the same as she stood, and I was like, Kat's won it. She's what, because I've loved her since she was Miss World Philippines.
I loved her, but I had an inkling she wouldn't win it because she was very similar to Megan Young. She had the same,
even
same
the hair
hair,
and
same colour gown, same kind of like scripted answers, which I have a love-hate relationship with those.
Yeah.
Kind of like, she
about,
was
like,
basically
holding
a
a
carbon
torch.
copy. It's like this has already been done before. Catriona, that wasn't Catriona in that moment.
No.
Catriona is being Megan Young, and then when Catriona went to Universe, then she flourished.
Then
she was
now,
yeah.
Now you can
Completely
understand why she's got that crown.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to try popping this in. Headphones. And see if we can hear Danielle.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear anyone.
Oh.
No.
Can you hear me?
I've got
It might take a while
Yeah,
sometimes
I've got
with
you
the.
too. Oh, it's just
Yeah. Just Danielle.
Just me. Oh,
never
Lord.
mind.
Oh no! Oh goodness!
I think that might be a sign.
I don't know what to do.
It's a headphone thing because Danielle's had the same problem when she's been plugging in her
Yeah.
charger and taking in and out the headphones.
Let me see if I plug mine in. If that'll do anything. I hope my phone don't die.
It's okay. We probably should wrap up anyway because I think this is the longest episode we've ever done. It's almost been 2 hours.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I think I've
Can
got
you
her.
hear it, Danielle?
Got me.
Danielle?
There we go. Hello?
Oh, have we got everyone?
No,
No,
hello?
it's
Testing,
not
1,
here.
2.
I can
We'll-
hear
we'll wrap
everyone
up.
fine.
Yeah, I spoke and we'll wrap up, Sophie. So if you just bring the cable out and we'll wrap up in the next couple of minutes, so you should be fine.
Right. I've got you. You're in. I've got
Hello.
10% battery, so you've got until I die.
Okay. All right. Well, we should let everyone go because we've been on a super long time, which is great because I like that discussion at the end. We've covered everything today. Literally
You don't need
everything.
another podcast now for about a year.
Yeah, we're done. So remember, Sophie, we've come up with a fundraiser. Or Danielle's come up with a fundraiser for her.
Yeah.
That happened about 45 minutes ago.
Mhm.
And then we've obviously had in-depth discussion, which I love, but we should let everyone go and phone dying. We'll take it as a sign. So thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Look, thank you to Sophie for being our guest.
Thank you for having me. It's been great to chat to you guys. Thank you.
And thank you to Joe for subbing in for Lauren.
Oh, thank you for asking me, even though you only give me half an hour notice to get this face on.
I gave you an hour's notice, Joe.
Well,
not
by the time I
half.
replied to the message and sorted it out and got on here, it was about half an hour. So I'm quite impressed that I did my makeup and straightened my hair in half an hour.
I am very,
That's
very impressed.
Pressure.
I'm able to do that.
Thank you for jumping in. And thank you to Danielle for jumping on and coming up with that amazing idea.
Yeah.
Good start.
My pleasure,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. I mean,
Oh, I
you
can't
thank
hear
me
her.
now.
I can't hear.
Oh,
Ah.
oh.
Danielle, just wrap it up and we'll cancel.
I'm
What were you going to say? I'll relay it to Sophie.
You relay it to Sophie. I said she's thanking me now, but she won't be. She'll be hating
Danielle
me.
hates you.
Adrian.
Adrian,
I love
yes.
it.
No,
Danielle
she's-
hates Sophie.
No,
Oh.
No.
Adrian. I said she'll be hating me when she's spending hours doing those charts.
Okay, she said you'll be hating her when you're spending hours doing the charts, but I don't.
Oh
I don't.
no! No,
Well, hang
I
on,
was,
Danielle, can you hear Sophie, or do I need to?
Yeah. No, I can't.
Okay, right. Well, we have to become like a translator. Okay. All right. Well, let's leave it there before more wheels fall off this space. Thank you to everyone for watching. You've had you've got your
I
value for
know,
money.
have we even still got
That's
anyone
2 hours
watching
of
still?
Oh, we do. In fact, it actually peaked a little bit when we were talking about the pageant system. So thank you
nice.
everyone for watching, and we will speak to you next time.
Bye.
What's up, guys? It's Adrian again. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to head over to pageantlaunch.com. Join our launch team for our review site. It's super important to all of us to make sure that the industry is safe, transparent, and fair. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, write in your email address, and we'll speak to you next time.